No family breaks apart all at once. It doesn't happen with one loud argument or a dramatic moment. More often, it happens quietly. Slowly. Through small choices, missed appearances, and moments of silence that grow louder with time. And that's exactly how many people believe the story of Brooklyn Beckham and his distance from the Beckham family began. Not with a scandal. Not with a screaming match. But with a dress. A moment that most people wouldn't even notice if it weren't for the last name involved. Nicola Peltz and Brooklyn Beckham's wedding was supposed to be one of those perfect celebrity fairy tales. A billionaire's daughter marrying the son of one of the most famous families in the world. Glamour. Fashion. Unity. Headlines full of beauty and celebration. But behind the luxury and the cameras, some people believe the first invisible crack had already formed. Nicola chose to wear 3 dresses on her wedding day. None of them were designed by Victoria Beckham. Now, on the surface, this seems harmless. Any bride has the right to choose what she wants to wear. Most women dream about their wedding dress from childhood. It's personal. It's emotional. It's once in a lifetime. But when your mother-in-law is Victoria Beckham, the choice becomes symbolic whether you intend it to or not. Because Victoria Beckham doesn't just make dresses. She built a fashion empire. Her name is the brand. To some, not wearing her designs wasn't just a fashion decision. It looked like a quiet boundary being drawn. A line that said, "I want this moment to be mine." People started to wonder. Did Nicola talk to Victoria about it? Did Brooklyn act as the middleman? Was the conversation awkward? Was it even a conversation at all? No one knows for sure. But what people did notice was this: after the wedding, things felt colder. Not dramatic. Not explosive. Just different. Nicola started appearing less at Beckham family events. She stopped showing up at Victoria. Fashion shows. Family dinners became rare. Public interactions disappeared. And social media, which in celebrity families is basically a public handshake, went quiet. The Instagram likes between Victoria and Nicola stopped. The comments disappeared. To normal people, this would seem small. But the Beckham family is not a normal family. They are built on image, unity, and visibility. For them, silence is never accidental. At first, Brooklyn still seemed present. He attended some events. He kept the peace. He tried to stay connected. But when you love someone, and that person feels uncomfortable around your family, you eventually get pulled into the space between them. It didn't start with a loud argument. It started with absence. Then came the moment that many fans still talk about. Brooklyn posted a photo to his Instagram story. It was a bouquet of flowers, maybe a gift hamper. Something kind. Something simple. The caption said something like, "Thank you so much. What a lovely gift." The post stayed up only briefly. Then he deleted it. And reposted the exact same photo. This time, he credited Nicola's parents. He publicly thanked them. He didn't mention his own family. That small edit changed everything. Because in families like the Beckhams, nothing is accidental online. Captions are chosen carefully. Silence is deliberate. And omissions speak louder than words. That repost didn't feel random. It felt pointed. And fans noticed. It felt like the first digital moment where Brooklyn wasn't just quietly drifting. He was choosing a side, publicly. Then came Victoria's birthday. She turned 51. Most families would expect a phone call. A message. A hug. But this was the Beckham family. Their lives are lived online. Birthdays are normally full of stories, posts, throwback pictures, heartfelt captions. Brooklyn posted nothing. No tribute. No story. No public happy birthday. For most families, that's awkward. For the Beckhams, it looked like a statement. Fans flooded comment sections. Why didn't Brooklyn post for his mom? Is something wrong? Where is he? And that's when the theory of a real family divide started to feel more real to people. The biggest moment, though, came with David Beckham's 50th birthday. This wasn't just a birthday. It was a milestone. A global celebration. There were plans for events across Europe. Luxury trips. Private jets. Exclusive dinners. Family gatherings. This was not the kind of birthday you casually skip. Brooklyn and Nicola flew from Los Angeles to London around that time. David and Victoria reportedly knew they were in the country. That's important. Because they weren't far away. They were close. And yet, they didn't show up to the big family celebration in the Cotswolds. That party happened 2 days before David's actual birthday. David and Victoria were reportedly shocked. But they tried to stay hopeful. Maybe they would come to the next event. Then came May 2nd, David's actual birthday. There was a private jet from London to Bordeaux to visit a vineyard. Then a flight to Paris for dinner at one of David's favorite restaurants. Brooklyn and Nicola didn't attend. At that point, the emotional impact was real. Imagine knowing your son is in the same country. Knowing you invited him. Knowing he said he would come. And then not seeing him at all. People close to the family believe this is where things truly broke. David wasn't angry. He was hurt. Victoria wasn't just upset. She was furious, mostly because she saw how much David was hurting. The siblings, Romeo and Cruz, reportedly pulled away emotionally too. Behind closed doors, feelings were strong. Not dramatic for the cameras. But heavy in real life. The next day, something happened that fans still talk about. David posted photos from a fishing trip in the Scottish Highlands with his sons. He tagged Brooklyn. And he wrote something like, "Miss you." That post was quiet. But powerful. Because David Beckham doesn't post messy things. He doesn't fight online. He doesn't expose emotions publicly. So when he tagged his son and said he missed him, it felt like a message to the world. A soft way of saying, "My son didn't show up, and it hurts." And then another comparison entered public conversation. Prince Harry. Meghan Markle. People started noticing similarities. Both Brooklyn and Harry were born into powerful families. Both married American women. Both moved to America. Both became more distant from their families after marriage. Both faced public narratives that blamed the women. And that created a big debate. Is it fair to always blame the partner? Is that misogyny? Or is it just coincidence? Some insiders reportedly said quietly, "It feels like another Harry and Meghan situation." But at the same time, many people said, "Why is it always the woman's fault? Why not look at the men? Why not accept that adults make their own choices?" This story became bigger than just one family. It became a symbol of modern families under public pressure. Of adult children trying to create new lives. Of parents trying to hold on. Of wives being blamed. Of traditions clashing with independence. Brooklyn didn't make one giant decision. He made dozens of small ones. Not posting. Not showing up. Editing captions. Choosing silence. Choosing distance. And slowly, those small choices turned into a visible gap. Now people wonder about the future. What happens if Brooklyn and Nicola have children one day? Will the Beckhams be grandparents from a distance? Will that door ever reopen? Because this doesn't feel like a loud fight. It feels like a slow, emotional separation. A family quietly changing shape. A story written not with shouting, but with silence. This isn't just about dresses, posts, or parties. It's about identity. Belonging. And what happens when love pulls you in one direction and loyalty pulls you in another? And in the end, it raises a quiet but powerful question. When you build a life with someone new, how much of your old life can you keep? And how much do you lose without meaning to?